So we are setting the grill up right now because we're going to do fire roasted peppers for fire roasted pepper relish. We're using some royal oak lump charcoal and then these guys to get it going, and we'll be adding some hickory chips to that to give it a good smoky flavor. And while this is starting up, we're going to get the water bathing stuff ready to go and sanitize the jars. So my next step while the grill is getting going is getting this ready for water bathing, like sanitizing jars. I'm going to be using half pints today because I don't have a whole lot. And then I'm going to get the brine ready as well for that, which is going to be 2 cups water and 2 cups vinegar. Because I only have, a smaller amount of peppers, which I'll get into that in a minute. That's what I'm going to start off with. If you have a lot, you're going to want to, double, triple, whatever your brine recipe. Or you could, keep mixing as you go along, which is kind of what we usually do. So this is the next step that I would do. Clean and sanitize my jars and my lids. Get the brine ready, but don't put the brine on yet, like the heat. And then I'll show you what peppers we're using next. And then once the grill gets going, I'll show you that process. So these are our ingredients that we're using. We are doing some green peppers, which we're going to slice in half for the grill. I have 4 small onions that are from the garden, which didn't really do so well, but something like this they're good for. I've got a couple of these peppers. I want to say they're Anaheims, but I'm not quite sure. I got some garlic, which will not be going on the grill. And I got 2 jalapeno peppers, some violet sparkle peppers. These are supposed to be sweet peppers, but to me they smell spicy, so I'm kind of afraid to bite into them because I can't have spicy stuff, but they look really pretty. And then the buena mulata peppers, these are going to go on the grill as well. And then these Thai chilies, which are not going in the grill. So these little Thai chili peppers and the garlic are the only things that we're not going to fire roast. These are just too small, but they do pack a lot of heat for growing, 1 inch as well. Let me try and focus here. Look at that. Small but mighty. So you can use, all hot peppers. You could do a sweet pepper relish. You can mix it up like we're doing. I'm adding in the onions and the garlic for extra zest, if you will. And so I think this is going to be good. These are really good. This is our first year growing these. And I've been told that they are the level of jalapenos for heat, but then they kind of sweeten off a little bit. And I think it depends on the color that they are too. So these turn from like purple to pink to red to brown. And I think the various stages of coloring depends on, the various stages of coloring and their taste will vary. But these are going to be a mainstay in the garden for sure. So that is the peppers we're using. And then the next step will be the fire roasting. Alright, so we're back outside. And my husband is now applying some olive oil to the onions, which we're starting first. He will also be applying this to the peppers. This is going to give it a really good blister. And we do this one of 2 ways. Right over the open fire like this, or what's the smoke box?
Yeah, we make a smoke box, but we're all out of tinfoil things because someone decided that they didn't want one at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, I think we have them at home. Okay.
So
Yeah.
we don't. So we're doing it this way.
Yeah. So we're doing it directly over the fire. Yeah, we're burning through it. We know. It is what it is.
Yeah, you got to work with what you got.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got the hickory chips in there and one jalapeno pepper with the onions. Oh, look at that. Look, wow. Oh, there's another pepper. That is sizzling. Okay, I gotta back off for a minute because it's hot. But you could already see, let me zoom in here, how it's looking. It's like an automatic, like, cook.
If you could smell it through the screen, you'd be in heaven.
Oh, it does smell good.
It's like Nonna's kitchen.
Yep.
Except they don't have jalapenos there.
Nope. Oh, look at that. See that, peoples? That's a good char here. So we'll get a bowl out here. You can use a plate, whatever you want for the ones that are done. Put them to the side on a cold spot. Whatever floats your boat. Now we're also doing our tomatoes that we got ready to go. Here's one I accidentally snipped into while cutting it off the vine. We're going to fire roast these tonight too while the grill's out. Might as well, right? So, and then these are what we have left. Look at the coloring. Like the coloring in this bowl is just gorgeous. And then that's looking pretty darn good too. So the fire's calmed down. It's got a good, we got a good burn going here. You know, nice and hot. If you could smell this, oh, it's fantastic. So you just keep doing this until you're done, basically. And then I know I said that we were going to cut them in half, but we obviously decided not to.
Preserves the flesh on the inside better.
Yes. So yeah, next step is we're going to be chopping them up, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. All right, so our next step is to cut these up. And you're going to want to wear gloves, or just maybe refrain from not touching your face or, you know, your body parts. And then you're going to pack your clean jars for water bathing, which we are still waiting for that. So I'm going to wait till these cool down. I'm going to start chopping these up right here. These I'm probably just going to take the stems off and cut in half, depending on the size. And I'm going to cut some garlic up as well while I'm waiting, because that takes forever, especially on a glass top stove, and which is what we have. So still waiting to sanitize the jars. And leftover tomatoes that did not get fire roasted. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my gloves on, and I'm going to start chopping this stuff up. Okay, we are in the final stages of our pepper relish, and I may have overstuffed this one just a little bit. Generally, I like to go to about here, but if I had like a little tiny jar, I probably would have put the rest in. So I put my brine in, which you want to have at a medium temperature, because you don't want it like a royal boil, whatever. And then you take your non-metal little doohickey here. Make sure get some air bubbles out, because you don't want it to explode. Which I've done that. And then I am going to stick my tops on. You know, clean around the edges, which I did that already before I started filming. And then I'm going to put the rings on, but I'm not going to put it on too tight. You don't want to do it loose, but not too tight. And then you're going to put it in your water bath for 10 minutes. And this part I'm going to do off camera because I need two hands. But this is what we're looking like right now. And hopefully these come out good and they don't explode. Mostly this one, because that one's very stuffed. Okay, this is my last step. I have turned the thing off. They're in there somewhere. And then I'm gonna let this cool down, like stop boiling, and kind of let it sit in there. And then when I take it out, I'm gonna cover it with a towel because there's quite the difference in temperature from here to here. You know what I mean? And that also can your jars can probably explode. I've read that your jars will just be like pop. Nope, I'm done. So when I take them out, I'm gonna stick them over here. I had some extra brine, so I just stuck them in some jars until tomorrow when we start doing pickles, because we have more pickles to do, which is probably going to be over 30 pints of pickles at this point. That's been our biggest producer. So after 10 minutes, you just turn it off, give it about 5 minutes or so, take the jars out, finish tightening the top of your jars, and let them sit on your counter or wherever you need to put them for at least 24 hours for everything to settle and whatnot until you hear that with the lid. So I will show you what they look like when they come out too. Here are the final results. Your top should be popping inwards. Shut up. And I'm going to throw a towel over this and let it sit for 24 hours. And then you want to label it and store it out of the sunlight. Do not put it anywhere near the sun, because that too can cause botulism. And botulism is bad, folks. So that is our fire roasted pepper relish video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, all that good stuff, subscribe, and I will see you folks later.